What's going on, guys? You're watching The First and 10, brought to you by Second Opinion Productions, taking over the globe one podcast at a time. Today we're doing Sleeping Dogs, and I'm joined by my partner in crime, Skelly. What's up, brother?
Not much, dude.
Okay, so we're going to be doing it over Sleeping Dogs, and real quick, I want to kind of get into this game. If you've never heard of it before, originally it was known as True Crimes Hong Kong, and was picked up by Square Enix and United Front Games. Activision canceled the third game to focus on other titles, but there was a buyout of this game, correct, Skelly?
Yes. They actually did buy it out. Square Enix did to actually. They saw promise in the game. And for anyone out there that does have friends that have played it over the last day or so, don't let them tell you it's an Asian GTA. Or a GTA that takes place in Hong Kong. Because the story behind it and everything that goes into the game, you actually immerse yourself a little bit more than I would feel than you would in a GTA.
Yeah. And the game itself is, it's really fantastic. I love the game. And this whole first scene kind of shows you the fast-paced, I guess, quick response way of the game. And it's nothing. And I really feel like, you know, the cars and able to steal cars and beat up people and stuff like that. That's the only GTA aspect of the game.
Right.
That's it. Other than that, whenever it cuts down to storyline, I think this is a lot bigger of a storyline than GTA could ever have.
I think it has more of a cinematic feel than, say, a GTA would. Because as you're watching this cutscene now, GTA doesn't have really many of the really long cutscenes that bring you into the story.
Yeah.
It does have the few here and there when you go pick up a mission or drop off a mission. This has them throughout the game, and it actually immerses you that much more.
Yeah, and we all kind of feel bad for that security guard right now.
Yes.
Poor guy. You were at the wrong place, the wrong time.
Just a little.
So, like we were saying earlier, the game starts off, as of now, with Wei Shin and Nas running because the police have to intervene as they were watching this drug drop off.
Am I the only one that, as I'm doing this part, like coming up when he does the jumping over stuff, am I the only one that yells out in my living room, "Parkour!" and then just jump over stuff?
I think so. But it is awesome, though. I mean, it's a straight, smooth ride. You don't have to sit there and stop and do something. You're just going, you know. Yeah, like Wei Shin is actually an undercover cop.
Yes.
And it leads that off. It's not a big spoiler. It leads that off from the very beginning of the game. You know, he wanted it to go down a certain way, and it obviously didn't. The one thing about it that I think is really cool that they added in is that
this part right here. Hold on. Bam!
Yeah.
That was epic.
Man.
I watched Toaster McGee and Matt the Ninja personally both playing that game next to me, and I watched their reaction on that part as they were running. They were like, "No fucking way! That was badass!" And I'm just like, "Wait till later in the game."
That's one thing too. It really immerses you in the game, like big time. But one thing that I was saying is, you know, I like the style of the game, and the way it starts off of you being the undercover police officer that literally these cops that they're showing right now, they don't know you're undercover.
Right.
Half the people in the police force don't even know you have anything to do with trying to take down the triads at all. Sometimes, you know, you'll see some of these movies and games that have this kind of aspect to it, and this guy, you know, the undercover guy will walk into a police station and they'll kind of be like, "Oh, hey, what's up, bro? What's up, undercover?"
Yeah.
You know, or
And the one thing I did love about this game, and we've done a few of these first and 10s over the last couple months, and a lot of them start out with nothing but 10 to 15 minutes of cutscenes at the beginning of the game. This game, it does have these cutscenes at the beginning, but it also incorporates the gameplay into it. So within that first 15 minutes of playing, you don't feel like you're watching a movie and you get bored with it. Yeah. Like that part a few minutes ago of him running and you have to jump over stuff. It actually brings you into the story rather than just watching it.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. So with the story being out of the way, I mean, we could talk about gameplay a little bit. One of the big things about this game and the gameplay is the melee attacks,
Oh
some
yeah.
of the fighting styles and stuff like that, which we'll show a little bit later in the video. But it's straight smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not. I don't think I've had one problem with any type of lag issue, or you running up to something and you not being able to do what you think you'd be able to do with it. You know?
Oh, with interacting with the environment and interacting with, which we'll see here in a little bit, the characters that you're buying stuff from and all that. I haven't really seen lag in that. I have seen a bit of broken mechanics, or a little bit of broken aspects of the fight mechanics, as I should say.
There's a few times whenever you're fighting that you'll be you'll
just stop and you can't do anything.
yeah, exactly. You'll be punching somebody, or you're trying to push triangle or whatever Y to counter their attack, and they won't swing at you or they won't reach you all the way, but your guy will kind of stop and reset his like
animation.
legs and arms,
Yeah,
like
and
his stance,
and
you can't do nothing.
And it upsets me too, because I don't know if you've run into it, but I personally have, in the middle of a fight with like maybe 2 or 3 different guys, and you're focused on one of them and hitting them. And with other games, if there's a guy that's getting ready to come behind you, and there's that split second that you can counterattack the guy coming behind you, this game doesn't have that completely. I've been able to do it a few times, but there's a lot of times where the guy in front of me that I'm actually attacking, I'll miss a punch, and then I'll go to counterattack the guy behind me, and the character will reset. It's like, why does he have to reset if he knows if I already hit a button to dodge and counterattack the guy behind me?
Yeah, I agree. It does, and and one of the best games you can really hold up there and compare to that game is Batman Arkham City.
Yes.
Because it has such a good counterattack and combat system and stuff like that. Comparing both of those, Batman Arkham City is it's known for being very smooth whenever it comes down to being able to do your combos, counterattack people, punch people in front of you and to the side and stuff. Now, this is one thing. This game does have that ability. If you hold down the left trigger or the L2 button and push square in any direction, you'll be able to punch or kick somebody in those directions. But just like what Jay was saying, the only thing is there's only a limited amount of counterattacks you can do whenever a enemy is behind you.
Right.
You'll be able to like grab their leg, or like grab their arm, or something
sometimes
like that
not even at
them.
all.
Yeah, but the main thing is that there's a lot of times that you're in the middle of a fight. Let's say in Batman's aspect, you're in the middle of a fight in Batman Arkham City, and while you're punching this guy, if somebody comes up behind you and goes to punch you, you can push that counterattack button, and you're there, that lickety split,
Right.
like real quick. But with this, if you're punching somebody and you're in midair punching somebody, and somebody is coming up behind you to punch you, you don't really have enough time to do that, so you get hit,
True.
Which it does add realistic effect to the game, but at the same time, it's somewhat of a broken system.
I went into this expecting the fight mechanics to be a little more like Arkham City, personally. And if I didn't do that, maybe I wouldn't, notice these little glitches that I wish they would fix, which they can do later on with future updates, but...
Yeah, they can. Now let's go ahead and talk about graphics real quick. The graphics in the game are pretty good. The character graphics, like the character skins and stuff, they're okay. Now, the main character, Wei Shin, he probably has the best looking skin whenever it comes down to the graphic side of it and realistic look to him. All the other characters, they kind of look a little wonky.
A little bit here and there, but
yeah,
they did put...
but graphics of the city, though.
Go ahead.
That's
what I was just about to say. I think they took away a little bit, because, they do have limited amount of space on what they can put on a disc. And I know that a lot of people will come back and say, well, they have 50 gigs on a Blu-ray disc with PS3. They could have done better. They put a lot of detail into making Hong Kong as accurate as possible. and all of the detail put into just these minor aspects of the game, like the other than the floating trash can there on the left, which is caught me a little off guard right there. But everything from the wires hanging from building to building, and seeing the smoke come off that whore who was just standing on the side and smoking, and even the pipes on the wall. He switched
that quick.
Yeah, she looked like
from that girl. I mean, whore.
She looked like a prostitute. Oh my God, there's prostitutes in China too. No, but everything from like the wires, the pipes on the buildings, they are truly detailed and accurate.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about it is I was actually saying this whenever I was first showing the game to Dara. We were sitting in the living room watching it, and we're kind of, she was kind of getting into it, but she was just like, what is this? Why are you playing this instead of something else or whatever? And I started explaining it to her. I'm like, this game is basically, from what people are saying, it's like a new version of GTA, but it's so much more than that. It adds so much style into it.
I love how he just threw. I love how he just
the environment.
Yeah, I love how he just threw him over the counter like yoink, nothing.
Yeah, and then he jumps in after. Yeah. He's like, I'm coming, right?
He's like, knees on your face, bitch.
Now, just like what you can see here, if you push X, once you'll just get kind of a light attack. Then if you hold it down, you'll get a real heavy attack. Now, that's one good thing I like about the fight mechanics is that you have those options, and there's a lot of times that you really have to use those carefully. You have to use those at the right time, or your guy won't go down. You'll have to keep on fighting him as well. Right. But if you do those combos in the right style, like you just kicking the shit out of that guy, right, you'll be able to do a really good job and be able to get on with the mission a lot quicker.
And the one thing I don't like, the one thing I didn't like, because I played the game at PAX for almost an hour, and I actually learned a lot of the fighting techniques from playing it a couple months ago, and going into it now, like I couldn't do like right here in this fight, I couldn't do the counters. I couldn't do some of the things I wanted to because you have to learn how to do it through the tutorial. It's like, really? I already know how to fucking do it. Let me do it. Like right there, I wanted to throw him over the counter, but I couldn't. Because they want you to learn the stuff through the tutorial, which I didn't like.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the gameplay, the graphics, the fight mechanics, story are perfect. Now let's go ahead and get down into the control scheme of this, Skelly. I mean, do you have any gripes about the control scheme with this game?
Not really at all. It seems pretty much on point. They really kept it simple. They didn't do anything like too in depth on making it like really crazy. Left analog stick moves around. Right analog stick can move the camera angles. Pretty much it. Fighting X, Y, A, B. It's pretty much cut and dry as far as other fighting or games like this that have the fighting scenes. And see, this is one of the parts I like where he throws him into the.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think me and Skelly both agree this game is definitely a buy, not a rent. The storyline, the graphics, gameplay, controls, and fight mechanics are completely on point. There's a few points that we had touched on that are a few problems with the game. There's sometimes that it kind of glitches or lags with the when you're kind of like walking around the town. Or what was the ones that you were talking about, Skelly?
Mostly in the fighting. There really wasn't much when I was walking around town, interacting with where you buy your clothes and buy the different things to help you power up and get your health regens back. There really wasn't lag at all.
I do have a problem.
What's that?
One problem that I have is that there's displays on the map for clothes stores.
Yes.
You go to those clothes stores and there's no clerk there. So you can't buy any clothes. You have to drive all the way back across the map to another one.
Yes, I saw that. I think that means that those, so that way you know where they are. So if you start getting more into the game there, you can go there. Those are going to have different things later on in the game. And I have really 100% honestly, and this is true, And maybe this is just because I only pay attention to them in the gaming community, but I have never fucking seen that many jacked up Asians.
Oh, me either.
I really never have. God.
They're all pretty muscle bound.
Yeah, like that dude sitting there with the black tank top on. It's like, dude, eat a cheeseburger. Come on.
Yeah, man, he's gigantic.
Yes,
but yeah, I think we both agree that you know, this game is definitely a keeper. There's a few problems whenever it comes down to, in my aspect, there's a few problems with like the walking around and interacting with a few things, but also me and Skelly do agree that the fighting does have a few little problems with the counterattacks and punching. Sometimes your guy kind of just stays still for a minute and then gets back into fighting. Mm-hmm. So I think that's about it, guys. We got some more gameplay after we get done talking here. Skelly, what do you think we should give this? I think we should give it a 9 out of 10.
I was thinking because, nothing will ever be a 10 because it's, not a perfect game. And with the few issues with the fighting mechanics and stuff like that, and the character animations and graphics aren't where LA Noire should be, I'm giving it an 8.
An 8.
Yeah, because they did take that step back, and they could have put in facial animations and stuff. We do know it can be done, and now that we know it can be done in these games that don't put that in there, I take that point away because we know it can be done. Why aren't you doing it at this stage in this generation of gaming?
Yeah. So we could basically merge our scores together and give it an 8.5.
Yes, we could, but we won't.
We can
because it's going to get a 5.
All right, guys. So this is it for the 1st and 10 of Sleeping Dogs. Make sure to check back right after this. We got another 1st and 10 with Toaster, McGee, and Skelly over Darksiders 2. That's coming soon. So make sure to check us out. Like us on Facebook for your chance to win a copy of Transformers Fall of Cybertron. Just search Second Opinion Productions. And peace out, guys.
Peace.
Hello, boys.
Shit. Guys.
Hey, 你哋搞乜撚嘢啊 ？Boss, we were just leaving. 走啦吓。
And it was just getting interesting too. Winston, my old friend. So good to see you. How's your family, huh?
What do you want, dog eyes?
Oh, Winston, wait. Brother, I just came to talk to you, man. For old time's sake. Let's work something out here, okay? We can share the night market, huh? We're both Song Ong Yi, both grown men. We shouldn't be fighting like children. Hey, who's the new blood?
This way. You remember Mimi Shen? Back when you first started getting girls with Big Smiley?
Oh, Mimi. Oh, yeah. First girl ever sucked my cock. So what?
Way's her brother.
And I was the first guy who ever stabbed you. You remember me now?
Whoa, Wei, what the fuck, man? Seriously, Wei? I apologize. I'm really sorry your sister blew me.
The night market is mine, dog eyes. You got Siwa in the warehouse. That was the deal. So stay the fuck out.
Hey, tell your sister to give me a call, huh? I wouldn't mind giving her a mouthful.
He hasn't changed.
Yeah, he has. He used to be my friend. Jackie, you two go to the night market. You make sure people understand that I'm in control, not dog eyes. Got it?
Got it, boss. 冇問題.
And you fuck up anybody who tries to get in your way. I want to send a fucking message.
easy. No problem. You just have to be strong. That's what people respect. So you mentioned your sister back there.
Amy? Yeah, she OD'd years ago now. I mean, after we moved to the States, she tried to kick that shit, but...
That sucks. She was, you know, really alive.
My mother thought maybe a new city. Sounds good.
Thanks. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Once you start on that shit, it's hard to stop. For anybody.
Yeah, once she started. Serve it up.
Watch out.
Yep. Fucking dog eyes.
You gonna tell Winston?
No? You?
Shit, Wade. Winston's the boss, but when we were kids, you were the only person who was nice to me. You were my best friend, man. That means more than a boss, you know? Hey, you want food? Joey Quan sells pirate DVDs. Let's start with him.
Hey, big man, you want some new clothes?
Hey, little brother. We work for Winston.
I understand. How can I help?
Winston runs this place, and if you don't want trouble, you pay him. Period.
Of course, no problem.
Hey, all friends here.
You need anything? Just come ask.
You want good clothes for less? I got special deals. Hey, big man.
No, this is gonna piss Dog Eyes.
You got a sale.
You like? 多謝晒. Thank you for shopping here.
At some point, Winston and Dog Eyes are gonna clash, man. It's going to be epic. Winston versus Dog Eyes. Just like the movies, man. Hey, you want that little refreshment?
We're collecting for Winston.
Winston? Dog Eye said he's in charge here.
We're here to clarify that. What, you want to be the guy we use to clear up the confusion?
I'm not afraid, you guys.
Don't be a tough guy.
Do that! Okay, I will pay.
I'm glad I can make you see reason.
Take the money, but Dog Eye won't be happy.
Dude, I think you killed him.
He'll be fine. He'll just have to drink through a straw full. We work for Winston. We need to discuss business.
Winston? I don't have any business with Winston.
Everyone has business with Winston. You're gonna pay up, you understand?
Go tell Winston to stick a back choy up his ass. Hey, fellas! These jerks are moving in on your territory. Come on, guys! Kick his ass! This isn't good! What kind of protection is this? Beat them up! Come on! Get back up!
So did you have a message for Winston?
He's obviously better than Dog Eyes. Please give him this payment from me.
I think we're almost done, but let's check over there. You don't fuck with anyone under our protection. go tell Dog Eyes this market belongs to Winston.
Why was he beating you?
He was demanding 20 times the normal payment. Maybe he has a drug habit or something.
For a small fee, Winston will make sure you don't have trouble with gangsters.
That sounds very reasonable.
Man, we need to get you outfitted. Over here. People need to know you're one of us. You got an image to maintain. Only the best brands.
These are the latest. Perfect for you. Can I interest you in some better clothes? Come again. Let me ring that up for you. Let me ring that up for you. I got clothes. Call me if you need further help with your wardrobe.
睇路啊，你盲㗎，睇唔睇到啊？
唔睇啊，你損失啊！